morning everybody, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please smash that like button, please do subscribe. Good morning, it's Monday morning. It's dull outside but I still feel hot and very warm, so I think it's humid, but the sun isn't shining today. I've just watered my plants on my balcony and I've made myself a cup of coffee. So it's the 2nd of September, I believe. And I hope everybody has a great day. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, dude. Happy birthday to Keanu Reeves, who began his excellent adventure back in 1964. In his honor, ask me to talk like Keanu.
Alexa, talk like Keanu.
Okay, here goes. Here's my Neo impersonation. Choice. Hang on, I think we need to go lower. Choice. The problem is choice.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 8:19 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Monday, the 2nd of September.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
In Rochester, it's 20 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can expect showers, with a high of 22 degrees and a low of 14 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke? Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
What was the most groundbreaking invention in human history? The spade.
Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include Canadian actor, producer and musician Keanu Reeves, British politician and barrister Keir Starmer, Mexican actress and producer Salma Hayek, Rachel Gunn, and actor from the United States Mark Harmon.
Alexa, how old is Keir Starmer?
Keir Starmer is 62 years old.
62. Alexa, how old is Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves is 60 years old.
Right, so good morning everybody. So last night I just came in from a walk, which was a strange walk. There was a hooded young man with a turquoise top over his head. I didn't feel afraid, I didn't feel scared, there was nothing to, I felt nothing. I just thought it was just a couple of lads mucking about, to be fair. So I just carried on walking around the field. There's no need to make mountains out of molehills. I think some people are causing situations which isn't helping me, because the police, I mean, if you keep reporting something every single day, they are going to think you're nuts, aren't they? They won't do anything about it, so I'm just learning how to deal with it myself, basically. This is the world we live in, right? This is the world we live in at the moment. And I'm just getting on with things. So I came home. He hadn't come in upstairs, so he came in a lot later. So I know what it looked like, and I know what it was made to look like, and I'm really not interested anyway. I'm happy by myself and I'm happy on my own. And if people feel the need to do things like that, to cause amusement or stir trouble up or whatever it was meant to do, it didn't work. I've been on my own for almost 8 years now, and you get used to it, right? I've had 4 kids. I've had several relationships, so I don't know what this bullshit is. It's childish and it's silly. I think it's made to make me just stay indoors and not go outside for some unknown reason. So I just came indoors. I always make myself a cup of coffee, have a snack. I didn't watch Netflix. I sat down and I learned a bit more Polish, because the whole point of this bullying and harassment and whatever it is about me, yeah, really, I look like an alien. That's really childish. I look like an alien before I have blue hair, so it really doesn't matter to me. Honestly, it's really childish behaviour. I'm expressing myself. I don't give a fuck. If you go outside and you face your fears or face whatever these morons are doing, then, you get a skin like a fucking tortoise and nothing fucking upsets you anyway. It's laughable. You laugh at it. I mean, coming all out of the way just to do that. Really? I mean, it's time consuming for these bullies, isn't it? It must be time consuming. Haven't they got anything else better to do? Really? I mean, I watch YouTube every day and I watch all different videos. There's a woman on there, she calls herself the Crappy Goth. The Crappy Goth. And she's got studs in her face. She's got pink and blue hair, and she doesn't give a fuck, so why should I? There's thousands upon thousands of videos and people doing YouTube. Why do you get some clowns picking on me for? In fact, there's millions of videos on YouTube. Do these trolls have they got so much time that they go through every video on YouTube and start picking on people? Wow. So, like I said, I'm practicing Polish, and Duolingo is a brilliant app because it actually pronounces it and shows you how to speak it. And when you're learning from a book or you're studying somewhere, you don't get the sounds. So this is brilliant to me. I remember learning French at school because out the syllabus was learning French. It always was French, wasn't it, back in the day? You had to learn French. I don't know what school's like now. But when I went to school, they made you learn French in secondary school. English, maths, French, and other, obviously, subjects as well. But it was always French, so now I can learn something without being forced to. So I sat there listening to me Polish, and I was quite contented and quite happy. I mean, someone knows what's going on and they're not telling me, and that is their problem. But when it affects my life, it's my problem. So that's why I keep asking my mother, what's going on? You've got a chance to tell me what's going on. What's the problem? And maybe I can help, but while she doesn't tell me, I can't do anything about it. And I'm fighting an invisible enemy. I'm fighting something that's invisible, because it's different people every day. It's not the same people. Obviously, in my building it is. But when I go outside, there's different people every day. You might see familiar faces, but obviously the causes of the trouble can be different people every day. And I've been taking the piss out of whether I've got blue hair, ginger hair, grey hair. It doesn't matter. It's nothing to do with the colour of the hair. So today I'm staying in Rochester. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not in the mood to have arguments with my mother. It's not fun and games. I'm a human being, and it affects my mental health. When you row with somebody, when you have an argument, it's negative. And I've had enough experience to know that my mum, right, is just wants to let everything out like she does, and I don't feel that I want to have that today. Just to randomly sit there and talk to my mum, yeah, and be nice. I've gone up there and I've taken things up there. I've been nice, but she's got to, and she did it with my dad, and she does it with other people. It's not just me. You'll sit there and she'll suddenly come out with something random that's really upsetting. And it's probably done for a reason. She doesn't want me to go up there. Maybe she's guarding me from something. But saying things like that hurts. Talking about people I don't see and I never will see, and things like that hurts. I've lived with these things for a long time, but when someone comes out with it, it's really hurtful. My mum is a person that doesn't realise how lucky she is. She doesn't. And, I'm trying to work through my childhood trauma, which was absolutely horrific. And some people commit suicide, some people take to drink, some people take to drugs. And I've said in the past, you can work through trauma, but you never forget it, and it still hurts, and it always will do. That's why men that commit things on their daughters or their sons, don't forget we get homosexual child abuse as well as girls being abused. Fathers can abuse their sons, right? Which is nasty. And then you've got all that abuse that's been going on years ago in the BBC that was covered up. And there's probably loads more of it as well, and people are afraid to talk. But my mum just does not realise how lucky she is. She is now free from a man that supposedly committed domestic violence on her. I mean, I witnessed some of it as a child, but if it was that bad, in my opinion, she would have left him. But I think, towards the end stages of it, it was more money orientated, like, she wasn't acting like an abused woman towards the end of the few years before my dad died. She was laughing with him, she was joking with him, she was joining in with him. So the dad that I had when I was a kid was very violent. He's a very violent man. He used to wallop me and I was shit scared of him. Now she doesn't realise how lucky she is. She hasn't got Derek anymore. They lived together for 54 years, so she hasn't got him anymore. She's got a next door neighbour that bothers to go in and check on her morning, noon and night. So she's got someone coming in, my mother has. One of the next door neighbours comes in and checks she's okay. And she knew what my dad was doing to me. She told me over the phone yesterday. She said, "Yes, Ginestra, you told me when you was 34. Over the phone. You did tell me what your father did to you." So I told my mother what my father did to me before I came down to Chatham in 2008. So she knew. She did know. She admitted it over the telephone yesterday. She did know what he did to me. And to have it happen again was awful. Because she doesn't realise how lucky she is. And there's no you can tell them till you're blue in the face, they will not. Oh, I've got nothing, nobody wants me. But she has got a roof over her head. Oh, Derek wanted me out in the gutter. Derek wanted me out of I'm going to lose my home. He wanted me out in the gutter. And I said, well, Derek's not here now. He's dead. And you've got a roof over your head. You're not in the gutter. And every time I go up there, I get this. And it's me that ends up going through all these horrible things. And before my dad died, I don't know if my mum knew my dad was dying, because I used to go up to my mum and dad's, and it's all written in my journals, and she would say, your father doesn't want any flowers at the funeral and he wants to be cremated. And this was like 2 years before he died. Not only is it upsetting, you know what I mean? Why is she saying these things and why is she talking like it? I suffer from anxiety and depression, and I go into that flat with good intentions, maybe with a bit of perfume or good intentions. I sit down and it feels like she wants to vent everything at me, because she can't really do it to anybody else, can she? And I get the whole lot of it, and then I want to leave. And then I stay because I don't want to appear rude, and then I come out of her flat a mental wreck. And when I have a conversation with her, it's the same thing. I feel depressed as fucking hell. And I told you, my ex-husband said, what's the matter with you? He said, every time I come home from work, you're really upset. He said, have you been speaking to your mother again? He knew. He knew there was something wrong. And every day there's a message on the phone from my mother, and I was just talking about me, and I was saying how it's horrible where I'm living, how I'm being bullied and harassed, and I hate it, and it's affecting my mental health. And she turned round and she said, well, it's not me that's emailing the counsellor, is it, Janestra? It's not me, and that's all I get. Her. And I listen to her. When I'm round there, I listen. I let her shout. I've got, and I let her go on. And when I try to speak and get my point across, you're not me, are you, Janestra? And it's like that. You're not me. And she said, don't turn on me like them. And who's them? Who's them? That came across as a bit threatening as well. She went, don't you turn on me like them. I went, who's them? Who are they? I felt a bit threatened yesterday afternoon. Don't you turn on me like them. And I said, who are them? So I told you that I thought my dad swapped me with my mother and took me to places and abused me. Well, my mum did know my dad abused me because I told her over the phone when I was 34 years old. When I came to Chatham the second time around, I was 39, 5 years later. And he abused me again. He abused me again. Now I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. I can hear the cleaner's trolley loudly coming down the road, and I'll see you later.